I just want to start this off by saying, if you see something, say something. I did an Instacart order yesterday, and I'm a little emotional right now, but I did an Instacart order yesterday, and it was a daughter ordering for her older dad that couldn't shop for himself. I do the order, I'm going the extra mile for this customer like I always do, but for whatever reason this time I was going even farther and checking the back and everything. And I take the order, go to drop it off, and she's like, just go ahead and put it on the porch and he'll get it. I was like, alright, cool, that's what I normally do. I get there and something was telling me, no, you gotta help this man out. And he came out. And I was like, okay, well, let me help you. And I got the groceries, and you're not supposed to go inside someone's house. But I used my judgment, and I brought the groceries inside, and put them down wherever he wanted me to put them. You're not supposed to, but I did. And you're just supposed to take a picture and leave. And I could not just leave. I go to message the lady because I was very concerned for her dad, that he just looked sick and I didn't know what to do. So I messaged her and I said, if I say that the order is complete, I won't be able to message you, and I want to tell you this. And I said, it's very unprofessional of me to say something, and I wasn't going to. I never talk. I always just put the groceries down and leave. This time for whatever in my head was like, you gotta say something, Jess. So I said, he's not doing good, he's sick, there's a propane tank in there. I was in there maybe 5 feet and I got dizzy. And I said, there's gotta be a leak. And I was like, he might not be doing good because of this leak. And I just didn't know what else to say. And she was like, alright, I'll have my son come out. She changed her tip from $14 to $100, which I'm grateful for, but I'm crying because of what she commented this morning. And I'll show you. Commented, thank you so much. Once my son went to check on my dad, it turned out it definitely was leaking. You definitely saved my dad and my younger son's life. So that being said, I'm just an Instacart worker, but if you see something, say something, and I did, and I'm so happy I did, and I'm so happy that he can live a better life.
So I have an update for you. The response was a bit more intense than I was expecting. If you haven't seen my last video, basically I applied to rent an apartment, I got approved, and then I asked the real estate agent to provide a landlord reference from the previous tenant to see what the landlord was like. They didn't respond for about 4 days, so I followed up saying, hi Stephanie, just following up on this. Stephanie then responded. She said, hi Tom, I'm sorry, I don't understand your question. Please clarify. So I clarified. I said, no worries. I was asking whether the owner would provide a reference written by a previous tenant of theirs, recommending them as a landlord. I've found this is an effective way to find out if an owner is good to their tenants, and it seems appropriate as I've already provided a few references to them. Let me know. Stephanie responded. She said, unfortunately, the owner will not provide a reference as they are not in contact with the previous tenant. Interesting. So I responded, and this is where I get a little bit cheeky. I'm like, all good, that's a shame. I assumed the owner or the real estate would have their previous tenants' email addresses. So just to confirm, the owner doesn't have any previous tenants they could get in touch with to write a positive reference for them. Stephanie responds, the owner does not wish to contact the previous tenants and it is not a requirement. All the best with your property search. Then that same minute, literally in the same minute as that last email was sent by Stephanie, I received this notification that my application to rent the apartment had been withdrawn. It says we've received advice from you indicating that your application has been withdrawn. This message is to confirm that we have actioned your request. I didn't request to be withdrawn. I just got withdrawn. I emailed Stephanie to clarify what happened. I said, thanks. I understand it's not a requirement. I was just asking. I see you've withdrawn my application. Is this because I asked for a reference? I'm sorry if you thought it was an unreasonable request. And Stephanie responds one last time saying the owner prefers a long-term lease period, which interestingly enough was not an issue when I originally applied and got approved. So in conclusion, I think asking for a landlord reference is a good idea, and if we all start doing it, it could become more normalized. However, if they can't find anyone to give them a good reference, I would advise against rubbing their nose in it like I did, because I think that's what pissed Stephanie off, and then if you do that, they will immediately reject your application.
Hello, this is how can I help you?
Hi, when do you open? Google Maps has a section for customer questions, but a lot of them have no replies. So I'm gonna call some Little Caesars in the area to seek some answers.
Hello?
Hi, can I sit and eat in there? Just wondering.
No. Can I help you?
Hi, do I have to order more than one pie?
You can order more than one pie.
Okay. Hi, H, what cards do you take for your payment?
Any card.
Any card.
Hi, Little Caesars, how may I help you?
Hi, are you open yet?
Yeah.
Oh, so happy. Phone number?
Phone number.
He's a real dog. He's a real dog. I don't know why she's rescued He's a sweet dog. Yeah, his name is Tucker. Tucker. Yeah, his name is Tucker. You want to go in? His name is Tucker dog. Hi, sweetie Tucker. I think he loves us now.
Okay, that's enough.
It's time to go. It's a jingle bell.
Excuse me, sir. Sir. Excuse me, sir. Sorry to bother you. I'll leave you alone.
Which is how Chicago Blues leads to early R&B.
Mister, what's better,
Yes.
McDonald's or Burger King?
McDonald's.
No, it's Burger
we
King.
have-
Burger King's way better.
It's McDonald's. Okay, it's McDonald's. Okay. From there,
Five
we
Guys
get
is the elite
okay,
fast
no,
food.
Five Guys is in a different tier entirely. That's 4 times more expensive than McDonald's, Burger King, and Wendy's.
Damn, Mister really knows his fast food. What about
No,
Panera?
Panera's an entirely different tier. Panera is the most expensive of all of them, of all the fast casuals. Okay, you have Panera up top with like Chipotle and Moe's.
Damn, he's
you
getting
have
really worked up about this.
Friendly's, Chili's, Applebee's. That tier, entirely different
Applebee's
tier.
is the best of all those.
No, Friendly's is the best of all of those. Okay, that's incorrect. Okay,
Damn,
all right.
Mr.
I guess I'm
Mad.
drawing a tier list here.
So when somebody curses you in English, sincerely, you could probably walk away 99.9% of the time if you didn't get emotionally charged. Really, this is an oldie but a goodie. Hey, fuck you. I don't want to fuck you. And you could just walk away. Hey, go fuck yourself. You know what, man? I've been really tense lately. And maybe what I need to do is go fuck myself. Arabic curse words. They're really graphic. They're so graphic, I don't even use them, honestly. We're gonna start here and build up. Like kus immak, which means fuck your mother's pussy. Very specific. We take that to another level, kus immilinafalak, which means fuck the pussy you slithered out of. Wow! Astaghfirullah, I know, it's crazy. That's why everyone saw the baby fall out. It's a visual curse word, that one. This is one of my personal favorites. Yil'an tarikhak, which means damn your entire history. My great grandmother, no bitch, from the beginning of time to present day and everything in between and in the future, fuck your DNA.
Draco, ain't gonna be too many more mudbloods in here. Voldemort, you mean Tom? He tried to talk to me. Oh, you know I'm repping the claw, baby. Ravenclaw. All day, every day. Snape, you gotta let Lily go. Let me tell you something, Harry. Voldemort tried to kill you when you was a baby. I mean, he who should not be named tried to kill you as a baby. But when you covered by the blood, y'all not trying to have church here at Hogwarts. All right, kids, my class is gonna be about being the baddest witch, okay? Or wizard. Hermione, baby, can you go put me some butterbeer in here? Harry, is your scar acting up? Ron, hush all that whining. Child, Bellatrix know not to try me. She know better. Now, Harry, you can stay with me over the summer, okay? I don't like how they treat you over there. Myrtle, hey. Hush. Neville, baby, you okay? Oh, no, I do not want to be the new dark arts teacher. No, ma'am.
A lot of women are like, listen, if you're uncircumcised, that's cool, but here's the thing, you have to tell me before I see it. That's like the rule, I guess. That never makes sense to me, you know? Because like, my dick's uncircumcised, you guys know what that means, right? You know what that prefix un means, right? It means nothing's happened to my dick. It's on default, that's just the way they come. Like, why should I have to say anything? That doesn't make sense. I shouldn't. You know who should have to say something? Circumcised dudes. Something happened to your dick, you should have to tell people about it. You have a story that you need to tell people. Your story is that you had a grown adult doctor look at your tiny little baby penis, and they're just like, you know, it's good, but I think it'd be better if I took a little bit off the top, and your mom was like, okay, hold on, I gotta ask for you, are there any medical benefits? And your doctor's like, that's a great question, thank you for asking. No. But here's the thing. I just want to see how tiny of a surgery I can do on this little son's penis, right? It's a skill thing for me.
Okay, Christians, this video is for you. All Christians, any denomination, I don't care. If you are a Christian who believes that you should vote and govern people based on your beliefs, then you need to pay attention to this. So I am 5 foot 8 inches. This is a fact. You can measure it with a ruler. It's proven. I'm kind of tall. Now, a belief is trust, faith, or confidence in something. That is the dictionary definition. Nowhere in the definition of the word belief is the word fact, meaning a belief is something that is not actually proven. It's just something that you have trust, faith, or confidence in. Imagine, if you will, that all of the 90s kids in the United States band together and create this movement where we decide the 90s were the greatest generation, to the point where we believe this so strongly that we think that this needs to govern our society. Now, obviously, there's people out there that believe that the 70s, the 80s, even the 2010s are the greatest generation, but they're wrong. So we all band together and we decide we're going to build buildings all across America where we could all get together and celebrate the 90s. We're going to sing worship songs to NSYNC. We're going to erect statues all over of Boyz II Men. We are going to make our schools say the Pledge of Allegiance, one nation under Britney Spears. We are further going to govern and say that you are no longer allowed to listen to music unless it's on a Discman. And then we make laws that say kids can only play with trolls and Tamagotchis and no other toys. Then let's say we take it one step further and we ban schools from teaching about the 70s, the 80s, and the 2010s, because we feel that the only people allowed to have rights are people who firmly believe the 90s were the best generation. If this sounds ridiculous to you, that's because it is. Because the idea of governing a group of people based on your personal beliefs is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Do you want to know what's not a belief? Being black, being indigenous, being a person of color, being a refugee, being trans, being gay, being anyone in the LGBTQ plus community. But somehow your belief has more rights and is taking away rights from these people. We are actual human beings and your belief has more rights than us. This is why we have separation of church and state, because your warped, toxic religion does not deserve the right to control human beings anymore. You guys can still worship 7 days a week if you want. You guys can talk about Jesus whenever you want. You can share about Jesus on social media. Your kids still learn about the history of Jesus and some of the Bible in public schools. They still pledge allegiance to one nation under God. Yet for some reason, we're scared and we can't talk about Black history. We can't talk about racism, which is all very real. Now you're trying to pass a bill where they can't talk about LGBTQ plus history or even talk about the LGBTQ plus community in school. I'm so fed up.